Am I permitted to say this episode was one of the best amongst the Abejoye series? Hey guys, welcome back to Sahara Movies. My name is Lydia. I'm reviewing Abejoye season 7, episode 3. Like, this episode was everything. The energy, the power, the spiritual aspect, the acting, like everything was really packed in this episode. It started with Abejoye feeling down. We all know how his life has been for the past 2 episodes. He has been disgraced, he's been shamed, he's been like really traumatized because he's a preacher for Christ, he's a follower of Christ, he shares the word of God, he saved a lot of people from so many things. So because of that, these kingmakers feel like he's a threat. So they decided to publicly disgrace him, strip him naked of his position and all that. But all the same, this is just a phase and he's going to heal through it, which I am very positive about it. He's really going to heal through it. This is just a phase. Going forward, we all know these prisoners who have been given, it's like a bail term. You bring the money and then you'll be set free. And they are talking about how they are going to raise the money, how they don't want to be disgraced. How I don't know why you are finding joy in disgracing people rather than gaining your name back. You stole money, you are arrested, and now you are saying that you are going to come back. Those people who teased you and all that. I'm like, really? Why don't you focus on bringing your money, going somewhere, hiding behind the scenes and living your life? Anyway, we all have different ways of addressing things, but this approach that they want to use, get the money, go and hire a musician, a band for them to praise them and all that. It is really not necessary. Now, coming back to the action part, itself, the action. So Debo, Henry's son is really very arrogant. Like, he doesn't want to listen to the right thing. He doesn't want to really listen to advice. I don't blame him. I blame his father. We are representatives of who we were mentored or something, or who we grew up with. First of all, he went to Abejoye's son's house to ask why his father is like that. And his father visited the family and came home paralyzed and all that. He was given the necessary information. I was thinking that, okay, so how is it that this charm didn't work on you? Is there a better solution I can use? He was just like, okay, I'm okay. Thank you very much for the info. And he left. I didn't expect him to do something so random like this. You should know that what your father went through is beyond eyes, is beyond the naked eyes. So why would you think that taking a weapon and going into the person's house, Chief Ladapo's house, to point him and his family threaten, will give you a solution? That is even a temporary solution. Why would he be afraid of a weapon when he has his own strong weapon? He has his own weapon. Why would he be afraid of a weapon? So I was really shocked at what Debo did, like Henry's son did. I'm like, really? I don't want to say he deserved what happened to him, but then he could have sought better help, seek correct help, rather than just being irrational and making random decisions like what he did. I was really disappointed. And I also think that some part of me think that he deserved what happened. No, he didn't deserve it. But then it's like he was so arrogant. He wasn't willing to learn the truth. He wasn't willing to be obedient. He wasn't willing to see the light. So I think that Depo, some way, somehow, he actually saw what he needed to see, because he was really too aggressive and all that. And he saw what he needed to see. Going back to that same scene, we saw that, there's one thing that it says that when you do something for somebody, do it for yourself. Or anything you plot against someone comes back to you. Yes, it happened really right here. Chief Ladapo wore a ring and then slapped Depo, and then Depo got paralyzed and all that. He got disoriented. He couldn't move. Like, his mobility was a bit distorted and all that. Forgetting that he had a ring on, he slapped his own son too. And he didn't even realize it until he was told that, Dad, you are still wearing the ring. Dad, you are still wearing the ring. I will not believe it if you tell me that the children or the wife or the family do not know about his dealings. Because I really think that one way or the other, they know, but they just decided to ignore, or they just decided to not make it part of their business. Because why is it that your father is an occult and you don't know? Like, how close are you to your dad that he's an occult and you have no idea? I think that one way or the other, the family is aware. And they also deserve what happened. Unfortunately, it happened to someone who is very, very innocent. And that's how it usually is. If it can't happen to you directly, it happens to someone you love or someone close to you. Coming back to my favorite scene is where the chief and the kingmaker were having this action. Like, this part was really, really very interesting. I really couldn't wait for the next scene to come. So you, this kingmaker, you, this new appointed kingmaker, self-appointed kingmaker, you used commotion, you used like serious disagreement to gain this position. Now you want to instruct people, other people, show people that yes, you are around. It's usually those people who are cowards, are bullies that do that. Because if you have come to a position with two such means, it's like the only option you have now is to intimidate, is to force people to respect you. And unfortunately, things don't work that way, and that is what he's finding it difficult to understand. So this new kingmaker has gone to see a few people, trying to tell them about, his presence and all that, including the king, the chief himself. And the chief, the chief has accepted Christ. Abejoye has opened the chief's eyes to Christ, that Christ can do everything for you. You need to put your trust in him. You need to believe in him. And that's what the chief is doing. And he's had peace throughout. Knowing this truth, he's had peace throughout his entire life. So how you, kingmaker, you recently came, you want to try and intimidate you, like, how long have you been in existence? And at that part, I was really, really excited when the chief said, I am not interested. Go and do your kola nuts, what you want to go and do. Go and do it. Do not count me in. Okay, so now this kingmaker disagrees. He doesn't understand why he's not being regarded as he should, because he's now a kingmaker. He's big, his position is high, he needs to be obeyed, he needs to be respected. He goes back to his gods, goes to demand that, the people are not obeying me. I want them to obey me. Everything I say should be obeyed by them. Anything that comes out of my mouth should be obeyed by them. But how do you want to abuse power like this? So yes, he offered water to the gods, and then he drank the water, thinking that, okay, now he has been given the power that is needed. Only for him to go back to the chief and be disappointed that, what he did was just for show. Nothing worked, like nothing really, really worked. And this tells us that we need to strengthen our faith. Why do you have to go back to your gods when, like, in times like this? Why would you always be strengthening your faith? And that is what the chief is doing. The chief himself, even before they came there, he told them that he was fasting. Even when they were there, he was like, he's having a meeting with the Holy Spirit. So there should always be a form of communication with God, so that he is always there to protect you. And I was really, really happy at that scene when he thought he had commanded the chief to go and change himself so they can go and do their rituals and all that. Only for him to come back with a Bible. I'm like, oh, more really? I was really, really happy at that scene. Like, I was very, very happy. This scene was really insightful. It was thoughtful. I learned a lot from it. I'll be sharing you what I learned later, like just a few minutes more. Yes, and I really, really enjoyed the scene so much. At the last part before it ended, Abejoye called his son to tell him to come for him because the disgrace is too much. Like, this is emotional trauma that no one has hit you physically, but it torments you so much that it's even worse than if someone hits you or beats you or physically abuses you. So let's see how it goes. At the same time, too, Abejoye's son is being accused of doing something to Debo because that was the last place he told his parents he was going to. And he comes back paralyzed and acting all up. Now to the lesson I've learned and my expectations for the next episode. I think that this new kingmaker is going to intensify whatever he believes is working for him. First of all, he offered water. Now he's going to offer something more than that. Something like blood or something like maybe human being. I don't really know, but I really, really think so. Because of his obsession to be so powerful. I'm also expecting that Chief Ladapo, the one who wore the ring to, possess Henry's son, I think he will have to now, no option, find solution to that possession, that paralysis. I don't even know how to call it. Yeah, he will have no option than to do that because at this point his son is also involved. So if he has to go north, south, east, west to find a solution, he will. So that is my expectation for the next episode. I think the next episode is also going to be more serious than this one, like, because right now it looks like the whole of Henry's family is down. And also, I'm also thinking that right now that Henry's wife has called Abejoye's son to ask what they did to their son. It may even turn to a police case because these white or foreign countries, they don't believe in these spiritual things. It may turn to a police case because my son said he was coming to your place and then he comes back like this. What happened? What did you do to him? I'm thinking that it's going to escalate and it's going to go beyond the spiritual aspect so that they find, fast solution to it. My name is Lydia once again. If you are new to the channel, please do well to subscribe. I'll come again next week to review Abejoye season 7 episode 4. Till next time, bye.